Hey gang, we got a good episode today of I Gotta Be Honest With You. I'm Tom.
D-Man.
Dunnzilla.
And today's topic at hand is going to be none other than the spectacular, the web of,
The amazing
Spider-Man. Spider-Man created Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Double P.
P squared. Created by Stan Lee and
P Pizzle.
Ditko?
Ditko, yeah, I believe so, yep.
Ditko, he first appeared in Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yep.
15 in 1962.
Two, yeah.
Two.
Yeah. He's also one of the few characters that everybody knows. He's right up there. He's an
one of the
icon.
big three.
Yeah, he is. He's an icon right there with Batman and Superman.
Yeah,
Yep.
he is.
Yeah, he is. So, where are we going to start with Spider-Man? Let's start at the beginning.
In the beginning, he tried to join the Fantastic Four, and they rejected him. They just laughed at him, and they're like, "Oh, you're a kid.
You're not going far enough back. You have to go back to how he became Spider-Man.
We're going to tell his origin? We've already had 3 movies tell it.
Well, yeah. Okay, fine. Forget it. All right, we'll go on.
Overdone
Sorry.
at this point.
We
My
apologize if you don't know Spider-Man's origin.
He got bit by a radioactive spider, and now he has spider powers.
And his uncle died.
Yeah, which one of the famous lines was ever created, which was with great powers come great responsibilities,
Power from great responsibility.
which we should all remember.
Right.
Per se. That's all I got. Anyway,
The thing that made Spider-Man popular is that he grew up. Like, in his first couple of battles, he was getting shellacked.
Oh yeah, big time.
All by the Chameleon
Yep.
and Sandman and
Mysterio.
and Vulture.
Dr. Octopus.
Doc Ock kicked his butt.
And the Goblin.
Probably his most, probably his greatest rival, Dr. Octopus.
I disagree.
I'd have to say Goblin.
Goblin.
The
Of course
Goblin.
you do.
Yeah.
I go Goblin.
Hey,
He made it personal.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He made it wicked personal.
Dr.
But-
Octopus married his aunt.
Well, that's true
It was
too.
an ald. It was an
Well,
ald.
I guess that it makes it not a bad thing.
And then
then.
Goblin killed his girlfriend in the famous Amazing 121, 122.
Which also, the reason why Gwen Stacy got killed is because the person writing it, Gene Conway, thought it was a wasted character and he couldn't do anything with her.
Jerry
When
Conway was cool.
Yeah, he was. But the thing happening was, once he did that, she became even bigger. Which
So they
was-
brought her back
Years later.
as a clone.
as,
As like a clone.
yeah, Marvel and their clonage.
Yeah, clonage. Yeah, I like that. Spider-Man has a vast rogue area.
Oh my God, yeah.
I-
Green
I-
Goblin, Doc Ock, Chameleon, Vulture, Shocker.
The Sinister Six.
Venom.
Several Venom.
Carnage.
Carnage.
Eric Lawson.
Eric- Never gonna live that one down. Anyway, so and he also took on what's those
Superman.
guys? Those cowboy guys there, the Untouchables, whatever they're called. They're
Moving on. Moving on. Spider-Man also took on Superman. This is the second encounter when Marvel and DC did a joint production.
he also took on Hammerhead.
Took on Hammerhead.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he took on Rose too.
Yeah, he did.
This was the second battle he had with Superman. Marvel and DC put their egos aside for a little while and decided to actually do some crossovers back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Didn't the Hawk team up with Batman?
We're talking about Spider-Man.
I know that, but I'm just saying. Sorry.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking
Okay,
about.
fine. Sorry, my bad.
Actually,
Segue.
going back to Spider-Man and his origin, I'll talk about this really quick. This is actually one of my favorite issues of Spider-Man. This is actually the issue where he confronts the burglar that killed his Uncle Ben. So, it was one of my favorites, and it dealt a lot with who Peter is, who he was when his uncle was shot, and who he became as
Spider-Man. Now, what drew a lot of people to reading Spider-Man, why Spider-Man was really popular, is he was down on his luck. You could pretty much guarantee if something was going to go bad, it would happen to him. There's actually one episode where he's flying, where he's using his web, and he actually has a hole in his shoe. Seriously?
He used to run out of webbing too.
Yeah, he did. He used to run out of webbing.
Yeah, he did.
He also told the world who he was in an issue.
Civil War.
In Civil
That's
War,
right.
which actually caused his Aunt May to get shot.
This book, he gets 6 arms.
Yeah, he does.
That was actually the debut of Morbius, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it was around then. Yeah, that's why it's so much. Spider-Man has gone through a lot of change and all that. Now he's like a multi-million-dollar mogul. Per se.
It's a ripoff of
Yeah, it
Batman
is.
and Iron Man.
Yeah.
But but you also have where Spider-Man actually got a resurgence from some kid.
He ran its course.
Yeah, he
He
did,
was
but-
still wearing bell bottoms in the '80s, and then when Todd McFarlane came on,
Right, I was going to say some kid named Ty McFarlane, I don't know who this guy is, decided to revamp him and created a bunch of villains with him, and this like
This is actually
flew.
Amazing Spider-Man 298, the very first appearance of
Venom.
Venom. Yep.
Well, Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock. Yep.
Venom first appeared then in 299, and then he and Spider-Man had their first battle in 300.
Right. But as I'm saying, if it wasn't for McFarlane, I don't think Spider-Man got a resurgence back then because.
Well, no, because he look at the positions he put him in.
Yep.
You know, it was all about the
All
spider.
spider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
spaghetti webbing.
and the webbing. Yep. And the webbing was like
positions.
this amazing.
He married Mary Jane, who then became a supermodel. So
Yep.
Peter, you know, like I said, he was wearing bell bottoms, and
Yep.
he did his hair differently. He
So-
made him popular again.
So, and we still the one thing I have about Spider-Man that I'd like to have them finally answer someday before I die is what did Spider-Man say to Mephisto to get everybody to not remember who he was and to take him and Mary Jane to be apart from each
All
other.
part of the one moment in time.
Exactly. No one. They have never once said what he asked.
Yeah, they did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, Mary Jane said something about leave him alone or something.
What that? Well, all right, but all right. I didn't think they did. I must have missed it. My bad.
I missed it too. I just remember reading it somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well,
I stopped reading Spider-Man sometime in 2008ish.
and why was that? Was there a certain writer who showed up that you
Dan
didn't like?
Slott.
Yeah, there you go.
It was Dan Slott. Let's bring back every idea
Yeah.
that made Spider-Man who he was and for 50 years.
Yep. And then you redo it.
Butcher him.
So
Before,
that
we kind of sidetracked for a
Yeah, we
second.
did.
Before Venom was created, Peter Parker took part in a storyline called Secret Wars, where all the Marvel villains went off to this battle world, or whatever the hell it was called, to take on the Beyonder.
Yep.
And
His scoop got destroyed.
his suit got destroyed, and then he discovered this black goo, and it just sort of morphed to his body. And he got this black suit. And these are actually the first 3 appearances of the black suit, which Wonderland Comics just got the collection in of all 3.
Oop. Whoopsie.
Epic fail.
Yeah, there we go. It'll happen. Yeah.
I have no idea which one I'm holding. So.
You're holding this
mean,
right
like-
here is Amazing Spider-Man. This is Marvel Team Up right there, and this one right here is the Secret Wars with the Big Daddy Weird Al.
This is
Cabin.
the one where he first got his
Yeah,
black suit.
and I believe then it went to
Team Up.
and then it went to Amazing.
Yep, that was the black suit, which subsequently had a life form of its own because it was a symbiotic being, and he became that. Peter broke it off because it was taking control of him.
It was making him more violent.
Yeah, more violent, heading towards killing people.
Yeah, and that's not his character.
No,
So
he doesn't kill.
right. So then what ended up happening from that is then we come to find out later on that it bonded with Eddie Brock, who became Venom,
The Big V.
the Big V.
Big
Yep.
Daddy V.
Yeah.
That's it. Venom is cool.
Yeah,
he
he is.
is. He sucks
he-
now because they're making him all anti-hero. And
Well, yeah, but really,
he was better as a villain.
but they're going back. Eddie Brock now has the power again.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got
good.
the power
Yeah,
back.
Flash Thompson doesn't have him.
Venom 150 coming
Um,
out soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's interesting about Spider-Man, you go back a little bit, is Spider-Man had a lot of great characters that came up. You had Flash Thompson, you had Ned Needs.
Ned Leeds.
I don't remember.
Ned Leeds.
And we can't forget the ultimate character in Amazing Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson, who for all the time, no matter how many times he saved him, he always thought he was a villain. Never thought he was a good person. He even saved his son, Manwolf.
John Jameson.
That's it. He even saved him. He saved everybody. And to this day, J. Jonah Jameson still thinks he's a bad character.
Yeah, he does.
You know, like he could save the day, and he'd always say, "Oh no, he was part of this." You know, it just looks that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but he did that to sell newspapers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he also never liked
I
them.
mean,
though.
yeah, he also never liked
Yeah.
them. He mostly did it for
Right.
selling newspapers.
After the
Right.
release of the X-Men film in 2000, they captured lightning in a bottle.
Yeah,
they
they did.
wanted to make Spider-Man and all the Marvel characters more contemporary, so they created the Ultimate line, and this is Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Which is actually a really, really good story.
They made him a 15-year-old kid in Queens. It
Yep.
was Queens in
Yep.
2001, 2002, thereabouts.
What the great thing about this book is what they did is they took it, and what they did is they could start from scratch.
Yeah,
You,
they
you,
revamped the continuity.
exactly. You know, you could have Gwen Stacy in it. You could have everybody in it again. It was all good. I believe Uncle Ben still died, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess some things
That
never
guy can't
change.
get a break.
I
Yeah,
want
it's
to take
a-
the final thought.
You got
Just
it.
for a second, Donna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spider-Man's been portrayed in several films. 3 with Tobey Maguire, 2 with Andrew Garfield, and the upcoming one with Tom Holland, who debuted in Civil War. Plain and simple. Favorite Spider-Man movie?
The one with the guy in the TV show in the 80s.
Oh, you mean like Spider-Man Strikes Back or The Dragon Show? Little unknown fact for the people out there, there was a Spider-Man live-action television show in the 1970s with
Didn't Hammond?
Nicholas Hammond,
Yeah.
who was from The Sound of Music. It's never been released on DVD because of Charles Fries, who owns the rights to the Spider-Man
Yep.
TV show.
Yep. The funny thing is, though, his webbing was just rope.
It was
kind
rope. It was a rope. And
was
it was
pretty-
always like dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun,
and,
dun,
and another funny thing about it, ISIS
we
was
got
in
10
it.
seconds.
Okay, well then I guess I got to say later.
Spider-Man
Bye.
later.